War movies are a staple genre in cinema, but not all of them are as accurate as they appear. The Hurt Locker, for example, is critically acclaimed, but is unanimously considered unrealistic by Iraq war veterans. So we've compiled a top 10 list of war movies and miniseries that really nail the experience of actually going to war, according to actual veterans. Keep in mind that realistic doesn't necessarily mean historically accurate, and different movies resonate differently with individual veterans. That said, it's time to drop and give you 10. Number 10, Jarhead. Jarhead, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, is a debatably accurate portrayal of the Gulf War, based off the memoir of U.S. Marine Anthony Swifford. While many veterans feel that the film disgraces the Marines with exaggerated antics, others say that it captures one aspect of war very well: the waiting. It isn't unheard of for troops to do a tour without ever seeing action firsthand. Downtime on deployment can be maddening, with moments of terror interjected between hours and hours of monotony. For this reason, the hotly contested Jarhead makes the bottom of our list. Number 9, Lone Survivor. Mark Wahlberg's Lone Survivor has its share of Hollywood action sequences, but it is praised for its portrayal of military tactics, deadly communication issues, and accurate usage of weaponry. The forest shootout in particular is considered a solid representation of the claustrophobic chaos that accompanies firefights. Lone Survivor also showcases real moral dilemmas that troops face and the potential loss of life that taking the moral high ground can lead to. Number 8, Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down gets criticized for skewing the historical events of the Battle of Mogadishu to paint the US forces in a more competent light, but veterans agree that the film truly captures the combat experience. They have described the movie as rage and PTS-inducing because of its bleak firefights. Number 7, Full Metal Jacket. Boot camp varies from branch to branch of the military, but many servicemen say Full Metal Jacket is in line with their training experience, minus the whole murder-suicide. Full Metal gets the training regiment, obstacle courses, and the day-to-day of basic correct. Modern-day drill instructors aren't nearly as abusive as Sergeant Hartman, but they will still go as far as they are allowed to harden their recruits into battle-ready soldiers. Number 6, Stalingrad. The 1993 German movie Stalingrad is an anti-war film depicting the Battle of Stalingrad from the perspective of the Germans, who, if you remember your history, lost that battle. One of the great things about Stalingrad is that it comes without the lens of nationalism behind it. It makes a point to show just how hopeless the German soldiers became throughout the battle, and those that didn't die on the field froze to death or committed suicide. Number 5, Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan is regarded as one of the best war films ever and has one of the most realistic combat scenes in the history of cinema. The opening landing scene on Omaha Beach during the invasion of Normandy is a brutal depiction of the realities of war. Unrelenting waves of blood, mud, and bullets fill the first 20 minutes as hundreds of bodies fall. After this scene, however, Spielberg starts to take artistic liberties with the events of the film. Number 4, Come and See. Come and See is a Russian war drama about the Nazi occupation of Belarus. While certain aspects of the film venture into surrealism, Come and See is realistic to its core, so much so that the director insisted on using live ammunition in certain scenes. Come and See highlights the emotional tolls that people pay when they see the horrors of war firsthand. Number 3, Band of Brothers. While not a movie, the miniseries Band of Brothers is considered one of the best depictions of World War II. The 12-hour miniseries is based off a real infantry regiment, and the actors kept in constant contact with the actual veterans they were portraying. On top of this, Band of Brothers has realistic battles that rival Saving Private Ryan. Number 2, Generation Kill. In many ways, Generation Kill is the most realistic depiction of modern soldiers to date. The 7-part miniseries is both dark and humorous, capturing the twisted psyches that soldiers adopt while at war. Generation Kill is remarkably truthful down to the smallest detail, like Skittles being part of MRE rations. For these small details, Generation Kill nabs a number 2 spot. Number 1, Restrepo. Nothing beats The Real Thing, so it is no surprise that the documentary Restrepo tops our list. Restrepo is comprised of first-hand footage of the Afghanistan War and is the rawest look of what it's like to be on the front lines of a battlefield. Restrepo drops viewers into the adrenaline-pulsing action with real lives on the line, and is a must-watch film for understanding warfare no matter what your political stance on war is. So there they are, the 10 most realistic war movies. Be sure to leave a like if you agree with our list, or leave a comment if you think another movie deserves to make the cut. And if you like these sort of lists, please subscribe for more pop culture obsessions.